Well, now it's time to go inside TMZ for all the latest from Hollywood. And with us, as always, is Dax Holt this morning. I want to get right into it, Dax. Some serious issues for Sarah Jessica Parker. She's awaiting twins, and the surrogate mother had her home broken into.
Well, it wasn't, I don't think, fully broken into yet, but there was a whole plot to break into it, and it was by two police chiefs in Ohio, which is kind of shocking. I guess the two men were allegedly planning to break in, see what they could find, take pictures of the house, see if there was any phone messages left by Sarah Jessica Parker, and they were going to take all this stuff and sell it to a tabloid. So it's just very skanky, I'll tell you that much. And so one of the police chiefs spoke out and said, 100% I'm innocent, there's no way I did this. Matthew Broderick spoke out and said, you know what, I'm going to trust law enforcement, whatever they decide to do.
Dax, you know, no one's really answered this, and I'm just curious if you happen to know, or if they've even said it yet. Do you know why they've decided to go with a surrogate? Because they did have their own biological child successfully. Were there any...
You know what's... I'd say what's funny is I was asking the same question yesterday. You know, I know that they have a kid together, so I thought it was strange. I don't know if she didn't want to get pregnant again or what the deal was. So I actually have no idea, but I thought the exact same thing.
Yeah, we'll ask you again. Maybe the news will come out. In the meantime, what's the story with Bill Clinton tempted to cheat?
Well, I think everyone kind of knows Bill Clinton is a big fan of fast food, but after his heart bypass surgery, he can't really touch it anymore. But he was in D.C., and we have this video, and the whole time you see the McDonald's looming behind him. Because I don't know if you remember, there was like a big SNL skit with Phil Hartman as Bill Clinton, and he was in a McDonald's, and so there's just so many jokes around Bill Clinton and McDonald's, and it was just like there the whole time. And of course, we talked basketball with him instead of McDonald's, but nevertheless, it was still a funny video to watch.
Hey, speaking of basketball, I wanted to ask you about LeBron James, because he might be sporting a T-shirt out of guilt of losing the NBA championship. Is that right?
Yeah, well, it seemed kind of lame, but he came out of this restaurant in New York, and he's wearing the like MVP big old shirt, and I'm thinking, you know, that's just kind of douchey to be wearing that out when you didn't, you know, you didn't win the NBA championships, and we're like, oh well, Kobe wouldn't do something like that because he's much better than. And then Kobe goes out and he's walking around with a hand with 4 rings on it. And we're like, we just can't win here.
All right,
everyone's wearing these T-shirts.
Dax, as always, thanks. And a reminder, Dax's adjectives are his own. You can catch TMZ TV right here on Fox Providence at 5. And for more information on any of the stories we feature, just head to foxprovidence.com.